Veteran actor Joe Don Baker dies at 89. Cause of death and final words revealed. May 16, 2025, Los Angeles, CA. Joe Don Baker, the grounder, the gravel-voiced, commanding presence of countless films and a memorable face in the James Bond universe, has passed away at the age of 89. His family confirmed on Friday that the actor died peacefully in his sleep at his home in Tennessee due to complications related to congestive heart failure. In his final moments, Baker, ever the storyteller, reportedly whispered, "I had one hell of a ride. Tell the stories right." A career etched in American cinema. Baker's long and varied acting career spanned over 5 decades. He rose to prominence in the 1970s with his breakout role in Walking Tall, 1973, where he played Buford Pusser, a real-life sheriff known for his no-nonsense approach to justice. His rugged charm and southern grit quickly made him a fixture in action films and thrillers throughout the decade. But to millions, Baker was best known for his contributions to the James Bond franchise. He first appeared as the villainous arms dealer Brad Whitaker in The Living Daylights, 1987, opposite Timothy Dalton, before switching sides to portray CIA agent Jack Wade in GoldenEye, 1995, and Tomorrow Never Dies, 1997, both starring Pierce Brosnan. His portrayal of Wade, a gruff but good-hearted ally to 007, brought a dose of American warmth and humor to the British spy series. From Texas roots to Hollywood legacy. Born February 12, 1936, in Groesbeck, Texas, Joe Don Baker was the son of a police officer and a school teacher. He studied acting at the University of North Texas and later at the Actors Studio in New York. Though his on-screen presence was often that of the tough guy, those close to him describe a quiet, generous man deeply committed to his craft and his family. Joe Don was the kind of actor who could say more with a pause than others could with a page of dialogue, said longtime friend and director John Flynn, who worked with Baker on several projects. He brought weight and sincerity to every role. Final words, a life worth remembering. According to his niece, Caroline Baker, who was at his side when he passed, the actor's last words reflected a man who embraced every chapter of his life. "I had one hell of a ride. Tell the stories right." He always said the job of an actor was to make people believe, Caroline shared. He certainly did that, and more. He was a mentor, a legend, and most of all, our family's rock. His family also noted that Baker had long expressed his desire to be remembered not only for his roles, but for the way he treated people behind the scenes, with kindness, humility, and a dry wit that left everyone laughing. Industry tributes. Pour-in news of Baker's passing sparked an immediate outpouring of tributes from fellow actors, filmmakers, and fans. Pierce Brosnan took to social media, writing, "Farewell to Joe Don, my on-screen ally and off-screen friend. His presence was commanding, his heart even more so." Barbara Broccoli, longtime producer of the Bond films, issued a statement. Joe Don brought a unique authenticity to the world of James Bond. Whether as a villain or a friend, he made the screen his own. We will miss him dearly. A private life, public impact. Though Baker spent much of his life in the spotlight, he remained intensely private. He never married, but was a devoted uncle and maintained close ties to his extended family in Texas and Tennessee. In later years, he split his time between his quiet country home and occasional trips to Los Angeles for select projects or reunions with former co-stars. He was also a strong supporter of veterans charities and rural arts initiatives, often donating anonymously to help struggling theater companies across the South. Enduring legacy. Joe Don Baker leaves behind a legacy of over 50 film and television credits, including Charlie Varick, Edge of Darkness, Cape Fear, and numerous TV appearances on shows such as The Big Valley, Bonanza, and In the Heat of the Night. But more than his filmography, it's the grit, humor, and sincerity he brought to every role that fans will remember. A public memorial service is being planned in Los Angeles, followed by a private burial in Groesbeck, Texas, where he once walked the same streets as a boy before his face lit up movie screens across the world. In lieu of flowers, his family asks that donations be made in Joe Don Baker's name to the Actors Fund or the American Heart Association. Hubbard conclusion. Joe Don Baker's death marks the end of a distinctive chapter in Hollywood history. An actor of rare conviction and texture, he leaves behind a body of work that spans genres and generations. As fans revisit his iconic roles, they'll hear that unmistakable drawl, feel the weight of his words, and remember a man who, even in his final breath, knew the power of a story well told. His last words, "I had one hell of a ride. Tell the stories right," are a fitting epitaph for a legend of the screen who always gave audiences something real to hold on to.